Welcome to S&R Motoring Super Early Morning Show, Season 2, Episode 3, Take 3.
We've been having a little bit of technical difficulties lately this morning. More of the channel, we use a little M audio, M track audio interface to record with, and channel number 1 decided to stop working. So
yeah, it makes it a little difficult whenever
you can get close.
I'm afraid to.
You can get closer.
Can I get closer? Okay.
You can get even closer.
I don't want to get corona from you.
Oh, I have vodka virus.
Vodka killed the corona?
Yeah, I have vodka virus from last night. So.
All right.
So yeah, a couple shout outs. Mr. David Cheney shared us again. Buddy of mine, I've known for a good bit actually. He's got a band, Matt Parker and the Deacons. If you like blues rock, I guess you would classify him as. You should go check him out. He's got a YouTube channel, and he's probably got one of the best cover bands in the Grand Strand area. He can play like any song. He can.
Freebird?
I'm sure he could, but I don't think he likes to play that.
Okay.
But yeah.
Molly Hatchet? Can you do Molly Hatchet?
I'm sure he could.
Okay, I'm going to stop because I'll just keep going.
Yeah, and I'll just keep saying yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, if you got like I don't know, a party or a wedding or something, he'll play it for some money. But yeah, go check him out. He's got a lot of original songs as well. I'll put his link in the description of the video. If you're listening to this, just go look up Matt Parker and the Deacons. Also, I'd like to give my father-in-law a little shout out on his YouTube channel. It's called Abbstercraft. I want to make sure of that. But he does a lot of video game stuff. He plays what did I say it was?
Age of Empires.
Age of Empires, yes. There he is.
Which is an awesome game.
Yeah, Age of Empires. He does a lot of Age of Empires. I keep saying that. Age of Empires and Kerbal Space Program. But he doesn't like do it live. He does it like he'll play the game and then he'll play it back and do like a cinematic view of it. But yeah, I'll put a link in the description for his channel as well. That's all I got.
1044. All right, so let's get into the news.
The news.
So Dodge is killing off the Grand Caravan.
No.
Yes,
No.
they are closing the Ontario production plant. Which
I still. That's kind of weird that
on May 22nd.
So, are they an American vehicle if they're made in Canada?
We went down that before, like we talked about it.
We did?
Yeah,
When?
a long time ago.
Oh.
Because it was like Dodge is owned by the
Fiat Chrysler.
Yeah, Fiat Chrysler. And
That is a question now.
Ford was bought by another company too. Or, well, not like bought out, but someone else is the major shareholder, not a U.S. entity. So their major owner is not U.S.
Well,
So does that
owner,
still make him domestic?
Owner doesn't, I don't think, would matter, but where it's made would matter.
Well, I mean, they make a lot of cars in Mexico.
Well, then they're Mexican cars.
Explains a lot. We just lost the one Ford listener right now. He's like, done. All right.
But yeah, I know you said on our second take that you guys will not see or hear, but you said your parents never owned a minivan.
No.
We how many did we had the We had the Plymouth Voyager, which I drove in high school.
I remember that one. That one was awesome.
I remember we used to film like us skateboarding and stuff.
Yeah.
And whenever we would leave a location, I would do a little burnout. Remember that?
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Dad saw it one day.
Oh, did he? Oh,
I don't want you doing that anymore.
And then I remember we used to drop off one of our friends from school.
Yeah.
And we'd always have to go by a golf course.
Yeah.
So, like, as we drove by, we'd slide open the door and yell out at people.
Yeah. And they would get so mad. They'd be, like, mid-swing, and we'd be yelling at them. And they'd shank the ball. At one time, we had Williams with us, and we slung open the door over by the horse farm.
Oh, Forsbrook?
Yeah. Were you with us?
I don't remember that.
Maybe it was just me and Cornell.
Might have been.
Well, he slung open the door at the horse farm, and he had his paintball gun with him.
Yeah, I definitely went there for that one. I would have remembered that.
The horses weren't injured. They didn't even get hit.
I'm sure
it was just funny at the time.
Laughing so hard, hit everything but a horse.
That was a fun vehicle to have. Probably because it wasn't mine, and I didn't really care.
You're also a high school kid.
And
so.
A high school kid driving around a minivan. Yeah, it's good times. Well, they had that one, and they had they've only had two. That one, and they had one recently, Chrysler Town and Country, which was very uncomfortable. You'd think it'd be nice and plush, but
the Odyssey, for as terrible as it is, it's pretty comfy.
Yeah,
I will give it that.
Yeah.
You done with your trip down memory lane of vans?
Yeah.
Okay. You seem to be enjoying that. I didn't want to interrupt you.
We've had a lot of vans, and like between the two of us, we've been in a lot of vans. Yeah. Oh, your parents did have a van.
Oh, the 454
Yeah.
one. Well, that wasn't like a minivan that we'd take in the family. It was like my dad's.
That was a man's van. That was a man's van. Man, we thought we were the greatest whenever we would have like a show or something.
We'd load everything in that van.
Yeah. That thing would feel like you're floating.
Oh, that thing was so scary to drive. You'd get up on like 17 and floor it.
Yeah.
And the floating would get worse.
Yeah, definitely. And then Cornell had had his fair share of conversion vans.
That one conversion van, I still miss. There's so many memories tied to that thing.
Yeah. Chaz slinging open the back doors, going down 17, like 55 miles an hour.
Setting off fireworks inside of it. Me falling off of the ladder on the back into the ditch.
Yeah, that was good times.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Corvette news. More Corvette news. C8 stuff.
All right. So, Chevy Corvette might be coming in a hybrid variant.
Whoop-de-doo.
But it was... I don't know if... It seems like it was almost an accident.
Yeah,
because if you look in the owner's manual, you will find that some of the fuses are labeled for EV.
Yeah.
Fuse 12 reveals a lithium-ion battery module. 7 is a power sounder module.
A power sounder?
Power sounder.
I need one of those.
Power sounder module.
Maybe we need that for the podcast. Power sounder.
Maybe just one of those things.
We can adapt a power sounder to it. What is a power sounder?
I have no
Is that
idea.
like to make it sound like an engine?
Maybe.
There was a movie. It was had Vince Vaughn and the fat guy from King of Queens.
Kevin James?
Yeah, him. They were both in it, and they were trying to develop a sound system for electric vehicles for Dodge to make it sound like a Camden V8. I forget what the movie was called.
Never seen it.
It was horrible, but
I'll make sure not to watch it then.
I don't.
But there might be a hybrid vette. I mean, that's kind of a lot of money spent to go, oops, or just joking. All right, so BMW has redesigned its iconic logo. And
why?
It
looks the same, just different colors. Does it?
It's different.
Same but different.
I mean, it's the same logo, but it's very like flat.
Yeah,
it's not bland.
Yeah, it screams khaki pants.
Well, I think BMWs did that before. They didn't.
Is their logo getting smaller and their girls are just getting
probably?
Have you seen like the most recent BMW?
Yeah, the meme is coming true.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Without a doubt. It's sometimes I got to deliver to the BMW dealership here in Myrtle Beach, like business cards and stuff. Last time I went there, I saw it was like a new 7 Series, I think it was, and the grill was bigger than me.
Right there?
Yeah, that's nuts.
It's dumb looking.
Yeah.
But it
just looks like they forgot to put the black in there.
Well, it's just flat. Like the original one it's almost like domed.
Yeah.
And it's like they just flattened it out. It's very...
No, there's no like bevel and emboss to it. You like those fancy words?
I did. I have no idea what they mean, but I'm just going to go with it.
That's lingo from my trade.
Yeah. So it almost seems like someone, like a team was paid to do this.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it was.
And they didn't do anything until the last day.
Yeah.
Or one guy was like, "Oh, dude, we spent all the money partying. What are we gonna do?" So like one guy just came up with it real quick, and he's like, "Here you go."
Yeah, I mean,
that would take you 5 minutes worth of work.
Lucas could have done that with a crayon.
And that just All right.
BMW.
So the new Porsche is going to be a monster.
Yeah.
It's going to have a 3.8 liter twin turbo flat 6 making 640 horsepower and 590 foot-pound of torque.
That, for the times and the whatever, I thought it should have a lot more horsepower than that.
Well, you have to understand that their focus is not just straight line speed like Dodge. Well, Dodge.
No.
It's just like...
I'm impressed by it, is what I'm saying.
Okay, I thought you were going to say it's not very high.
No, I'm saying like 640 horsepower. I mean, yeah, that's a lot, but for the times that they're putting out, it's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, the 0 to 60 is 2.7.
Yeah, and it's got like 8,000 foot-pound of torque.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe with that Hummer is correct with it having 11,000 foot-pound
I don't think so. And the quarter mile time is 10.5 seconds.
Yeah, that's nuts.
And a top speed of 205 mile an hour.
Yeah. Out of 640 horsepower.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they've done a bunch of changes on it. I don't know, I'm not going to read them, so go look it up.
Yeah.
Take that for news.
I stopped at Harbor Freight Friday morning after dropping Lucas off from school. And there's an old guy in a newer Porsche.
Mm-hmm.
And he was just driving, normal through the parking lot, going slow. And you could hear when he would step on you can hear when he stepped on the gas, like the turbos spooled up instantly. Like as soon as he put his foot on the throttle, you can hear the turbo spooling up.
I'm sure there was
awesome.
Very little lag to that thing too. I'm sure it reacts more like not a natural, more naturally aspirated than say like an older one.
Yeah.
All right. So Koenigsegg Jimiera. It has 1,700 horsepower and 4 seats.
Yeah. I was looking at that picture and I was like, those doors are dumb.
It's the whole thing.
But then I looked back at the title of this article
It's ugly.
Go up to the
What?
you know, machine for you and your kids. Just think of how easy getting kids in and out of that would be with the doors like that.
Oh yeah. I don't think you're gonna fit a car seat in the back.
No, but
So it has a 600 horsepower 3-cylinder,
yeah,
and it has 3 electric motors for 1,700 horsepower total.
a twin turbo 3-cylinder.
Yeah. It will do 0 to 60 in 1.9 seconds and
That's
go
like-
at least 250 mile an hour.
When you say 1 Mississippi, that's like the end of Mississippi before you get to 2. You like that? I just thought of that.
I'm done. I quit. You just broke it.
That's what I do.
You do awesome at it.
That's what I do.
The interior is terrible.
Like, since we looked up that BMW logo, it's
BMW.
everywhere. You want to buy a BMW?
No.
Yeah, that interior is pretty hideous.
I mentioned it before, and
Looks
I'm
like a
sure no one cares, but stop
scab.
with the screens. Like, give me a gauge cluster with dials, not just a tablet.
They're not going to.
I know. And like all the new cars, especially Toyota's the worst for it. It's like they take a tablet and just put it on the dash, and they're like, there you go.
Yeah, pretty soon it's just going to be like wrapped around you. You won't even have a windshield. You'd be driving like a video game.
All right. I'm done. I'm done with it.
Done with it.
Done with it.
Done with the news.
Done with the news. So we've got Reader's Ride. We got to pick a winner.
Oh, yeah. Random.org, buddy.
Do you even remember?
Who is in there?
Yeah, who we picked?
Yeah. I do. So, it's sad to say that we probably won't be doing this next month because we can never, like,
Yeah, it's not.
remember.
What was there, only 4?
There was 4.
Did you ever even get Mr. Cheney a shirt?
No, I haven't made them yet. They're still sitting in the bag.
Okay,
If
cool.
I didn't get drunk last night, I probably would have done
No,
it.
you
But
wouldn't have.
stuff happens.
Priorities.
we drink. It's I think they're like some kind of martini. I don't know. And I had about 5 of them. We watched Avengers: Age of Ultron.
Oh, really? My wife and I have been watching the Marvel movies.
We watched them in chronological order,
We tried that, and
now we're doing it again.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
We tried to watch them in order, and I couldn't find the Hulk, Edward Norton Hulk.
No, that's not part of it. Then that's not part of the Avengers.
It's part of the Marvel canon.
I know, but it's not part of the Avengers storyline, like the other one with
Well, we started like
What's his
Captain
name?
America, Iron Man, like because Marvel released a big list of how they go.
Yeah.
And that's what we watched, and it's part of it.
Is it really?
Yeah,
I thought it was just
after the
Mark Ruffalo.
No, after the credits, I think Iron Man, Tony Stark, is in it.
Oh,
So it's part of it.
yeah.
And like we were trying to watch them all, and I was determined to find like that movie, and I couldn't. And I was just like, forget it, I'm done. I quit.
Age of Ultron, like I can't watch I can't watch it and not laugh because did you watch The Office?
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember Robert California.
yeah.
He's the voice of Ultron.
Oh, is he? I didn't even pay attention. It's been a long time. We watched.
He's in the office. In one episode he goes, "Why are Jim and Pam mistreating the magician?" But the way he says it, it's just so funny. Like I did not do it any justice right there.
No, not at all.
But yeah, every time Ultron speaks, I just picture him with his crazy hair.
It was such a good show.
Yeah. So, what were you gonna say?
Just more about Marvel movies, but
Oh.
no one cares about it.
They might.
just keep going. We'll do the reader's rides, and then we can ramble.
So we picked Logan, Joe, Doug, and Luis.
All right, in that order.
Sure.
Okay, you ready?
So it's 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we picked your number. You might get something. If I get around.
Number 2.
Number 2 is
Joe again.
Joe again. Look at that. Mr. Newberry.
Did we send him anything good the first time?
I sent him a shirt.
Okay.
Yeah, eventually.
One day, Mr. Cheney.
Yeah.
Thanks for the bulbs, the bulb holders.
Oh.
My cluster.
I
He sent me
know.
bulb holders.
Bulb
so
holders.
I can actually see my gauge cluster at night.
Bulb holders.
Yep. I think you're still drunk.
Yeah, that could be.
All right.
That could be.
You ready for questions from the question master?
And a new question asker.
Mm-hmm. You want the new from the new question asker, or you want the question master first? I think he should go for. He should have seniority.
Oh, whatever. That's fine.
Okay, so he asked, "What are the desired numbers for each of your cars once complete? Horsepower, quarter mile time, etc."
All of it. No. Realistically, if I get 300, I'll be a happy guy. 300 horsepower. Quarter mile, that would probably be like a, I don't know, 13, 14 second quarter mile, I guess. Yeah, I'd be happy with that.
Driving it without a fuel leak. That would make me happy.
That's not part of the question. Well, it is, etc. You can get closer.
I really don't have a number. I really don't have a number or a quarter mile time.
Yeah, you do. Everybody does. Come on, just say it. No one's gonna make fun of you.
The rambling will sum it up. So, has a punishment been set for
What do you mean
whoever?
rambling will sum it up.
Just answer questions. Has a punishment been set for whoever the loser is on the challenge? We were gonna do over 3,
Yeah.
like 3 challenges. So this will just be one of the 3, and then a punishment. So no punishment yet.
We have to have the challenge first.
Yeah, the 3,
The challenges.
the challenges.
Yeah, we have to get that far to pick a punishment.
Have either of you had any official track time or training? Nope.
Not at all.
El Naturel.
I've been down the drag strip a total of 3 or 4 times at Rockingham.
2 times. The Rock.
Were you driving?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Phantasms, when they have their,
Yeah.
I went with those guys.
What were you driving?
My Civic.
Oh, I never knew that.
Yep.
What'd you run?
It's like a 15 something. It was terrible.
Faster than the Protege.
I just went up there and I like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? And
Smoked the tires.
Yeah, it was bad. I don't remember what I raced, but I got destroyed. I think one was like a Camaro or something. It doesn't matter.
What did I do that time we went with Tootle?
I remember
It
you.
was like a 16.5 or something.
Yeah, I remember you raced a CRX and it sounded turboed, but it was so slow.
Yeah. The red CRX?
You raced one.
Yeah,
and
he said he had a Type R motor in it.
Okay.
But I kept up with him. That shouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
Whatever. But yeah, that jack racing experience was an experience, to say the least.
It was fun.
Yeah,
we had a
definitely.
blast.
But I would smoke the tires pretty much every time I got up on the line. Like,
I destroyed the launch on mine. Like I didn't rev it high enough. I was like afraid of it. I was like, please don't break an
it
axle.
didn't have enough power. Like, so I smoked the tires in first gear, then put it, in second, and it would just like bog down. Like, yeah.
So it should be interesting, the 21st.
Yeah.
Okay. So now a question from Hergen. Hergen 7.
Hurricane 7.
Toyota Chaser or Nissan. I don't even know how to say that.
Safira.
There you go.
I don't really know what the Safiras look like.
Chaser all day.
Yeah.
I like Chasers.
I'd have to say Chaser. That 2J life, son. Or 1J. One of them. I don't know.
Depends on which one.
Yeah. Let's see what the Safira looks like. We're bringing it up now. It looks like a four-door Silvia almost. It's like a Infinity Q something.
So
the Q45 on the back there.
Or B25.
Oh, I don't know, man. That looks pretty sweet.
Still going Chaser.
That one over there looks like a Maxima.
Well, he gave a specific one.
Yeah. A31.
A31. 88, the first one.
Yeah. It looks like a cross between a Nissan Sentra and a Infinity Q45 or something like that.
I was trying to see what motor it had.
I'm sure it's got an RB.
Yeah,
20.
RB 24.
24?
Yep.
Hmm.
They're cool looking. I like them, but
I'd probably go with Chaser.
I'm more of a Toyota guy.
What do we know?
All right. Is that it? Yep. That's all the questions.
That's all the questions.
Any ramblings or...
If you got something, go ahead. Yeah. If you got something, go ahead.
Okay. So, after the big race,
Yeah.
which will screw up the challenge, I'm heavily considering selling the Supra.
What? I don't blame you. I'm getting ready. I'm fed up with this guy back here.
Well, like, there's a reason behind it,
Yeah.
and it's not just being fed up with like all the little problems.
Yeah.
It's my two older kids
Yeah.
are starting to want to take more car rides,
Yeah.
and I can only put one kid in the back of the Supra, and that's it. Like, I can have one other person with me, and it kind of sucks. Like, I would like to take them, besides always taking the Pilot or the van. I would like to be able to take them in a fun car,
Yeah.
and even, when like Run in the Sun and stuff like that, take them in a fun car.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking of selling it and getting something that I can take two of four children instead of all four at a time.
So what are you gonna get, a van?
I don't know. Yeah. No, I'm saying not only two. Like, I just need a back seat.
Yeah. So you need a four-door.
A four-door, yes.
Chaser.
We can't get those in the States.
Yeah, you
Oh, dude. I already looked at JDM.
can. Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, the only thing they had was like a wagon.
Four-door Skyline? No?
No. I mean, they're really expensive.
Yeah.
Like, for
Of course,
what?
There's that tax on them.
Yeah, I really want to. I don't know. I feel like if you get a Skyline, you need to get a GTR.
Is it really a Skyline if you don't?
Well, they have none
I'm just saying.
GTR
Is
Skylines.
it really a Skyline if you don't?
No clue. So I've been looking at cars, like four doors.
Yeah.
What could I get that would be fun? So that's why I was asking you about
Maxima.
Joe's Gallant.
VR4?
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll sell it to you.
I don't want to source an engine and a transmission.
He's sourced the transmission.
I don't want to source it. Like, I would like to get something that's already running instead of starting over.
How about you want something older like that?
Doesn't matter what it is. I actually went down the rabbit hole of Chryslers. So.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Like what?
Like a 300.
Newer one? A new one?
Yeah, like the 2004.
SRT8?
No, I can't afford an SRT8, but like the
What's
Hemi.
the point of getting one?
The Hemi. They have a 5.7. They do.
What about Mazda Speed 6? No?
Nah.
All-wheel drive? Turbskis?
I'm not a big fan of. After watching Kane struggle with the 4-cylinder,
Wow.
I wouldn't deal with one.
Oh, what's that? What was that white one?
A van?
Corolla.
A Sprinter wagon?
Oh, there you go.
No. Like they had. See, look, now we've gone down the rabbit hole of just looking at cars.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yes.
Mr. 2 GTS.
How much is that? 12 grand.
Okay.
For a JDM.
A Mark II wagon.
Which is basically like a Cressida wagon.
I don't know anything about them.
Well, I mean, just by looking at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like a Cressida.
91 Toyota. So you'll still have the 7M?
Mm-mm. A
No?
1G FE.
Ooh, what is that?
No clue, but it's, no interest.
1G.
I mean, it's good. It doesn't have. Like, if
You
that,
would, wait a minute. You would consider getting a DSM?
yeah, I would.
Wow.
Well, here, like, I started thinking about it, and I kind of have a track record. I go Honda, Toyota, Honda, Toyota, Honda, Toyota, Honda, Toyota.
Subaru.
Yeah, with a random car in between them.
So it's time for a random car?
It's time for something different. Like, because I was like a Civic, a 4-door Civic. I started looking for them. They're easy to find
Oh, yeah.
and cheap.
Yeah.
But I just go back and forth. I go like a Honda, and then I get another Supra. I get a Honda, and then I get another Supra. And it's like, let's just try something I've never had. So that's why the 300 jumped out. You can get them, like the 5.7s, fairly cheap. There was one for like $2,500 that was solid.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, it might be hard to find one not, like, ragged out.
It was in good shape. It was an 05.
Well, I mean, if it were me, personally, I would get the VR4. But if you're as tall as me, then that probably wouldn't work with car seats.
I just don't want to get something that, like, buy it and then push it in the garage and it be another, like, 6-7 months to a year before I'm driving it again. Like, I've just went through all this crap.
Yeah.
Like, I'd rather now if it's something where it's everything's there and it's just setting a motor down in it, like a motor that's already they already have the motor, it just needs to go in it.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. I'm cool with that. But I don't want something that's like it's a shell. So now you have to source engine, transmission.
No, I wouldn't want to do that either.
I'm sure.
What if the motor had to be rebuilt?
Probably wouldn't want to mess with it.
You just want to turn the key and go.
For now, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, if it blows up, then it blows up, and I'll put a new motor in it. But I just don't. I just started driving the Supra. I barely drive it, and it just sucks not being able to take the kids anywhere in it.
Yeah.
So I want something they can enjoy too.
Yeah, Lucas yesterday, we were going somewhere. Oh, Saturdays is like, he likes to go, there's a train store at the mall. Mm-hmm. And he likes to go there and look at all the trains and stuff.
Yeah.
Like they got it's like huge, like model, like mountains and like little cities and stuff set up, and the train goes through the little town and whatever. But before we were leaving, he was like, I want to drive the Conquest. I was like, cool. Yeah. Man. Why you gotta not run good?
We've got one car seat in the back of the Supra, and like Kala always points it out.
Yeah.
And she's like, why? Why is it there? Well, someday someone will ride in it. And she's like, I want to ride in it. And I'm like, oh. And I know if I take one and not the other, it will like crush them.
Well,
so, I was like, I need to get something.
Elise is getting
4-door.
Big enough where she doesn't need like a booster car seat anymore. So you just throw her in the front seat.
Yeah. Mama's not going to let that happen.
How old they got to be right in front?
I don't even know.
I took Lucas home the other day, picked Lucas up from school the other day in the duplicates delivery van, and he thought it was the greatest thing.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Ow. All right, so do you have any ramblings, rants.
Well, you were talking about considering selling the Supra, and I'm not selling that, but I know there's people that want me to keep the G54, but it's just like, I don't know, man. It's probably just me, but I can't figure out this stupid problem for the life of me, and it's just like eating at me. And I'm thinking like, oh, if I just...
Once you go standalone, a lot of those problems will be fixed, though.
Yeah.
Because you're not, you don't have to...
Well, is that it? Should I just, since the car is probably not going to make it to the 21st, do I just go ahead and start on the standalone?
It's up
Instead
to you.
of fighting with this TPS and ISC garbage, which I'll probably still have to with the standalone, right? I'll probably have to keep those sensors.
I would just get like a different IAC and be done with it.
IAC? I don't have an IAC.
Idle speed control, idle air control.
It's
the same thing. Yeah, it's just you're saying it a different way.
Well, that's what I have is an ISA. I don't have an ISA.
They're the same thing.
No, it's not.
They're the same.
Why are they called two different things?
Why is one called a pop-off valve and the other one's called a blow-off valve?
Because
Or bi-turbo and then twin-turbo.
Whoever says pop-off valve should be shot.
Okay, well, bi-turbo and twin-turbo, what's the difference?
One goes both ways.
Okay. All right, we're going nowhere with this. So, thank you for listening.
Are we really ending it? Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
It's like 40 minutes.
Yeah, and it's 7 o'clock, 7:15. Yeah. So, all right, thank you for listening.
Yes, thank you.
I'm not going through the spiel. You know the deal.
You know. Oh, you're a poet and you didn't even know it.
All right. Thank you for listening.
Thank you for watching.
Bye, folks.
See you.